forward over your legs, pulling your pelvic floor up, belly button in, getting that nice stretch into the low back. Inhale, stack up. We'll do that again. Exhale to your right. Flexing over. Inhale up. Exhale to your left. Flexing over. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. And relax your arms down, parallel to the floor here. Shoulders are back and down. You're going to scoop your pelvis around your spine halfway back. Inhale, stack your spine back up. So you're lengthening through the lumbar spine to come into a nice little round back. Then you're inhaling to stack straight up. Lengthening through that lumbar spine. Exhale, inhale, stack straight up on top of the pelvis. Adding on, lengthen through the spine, exhale. Stay there with that round back. Float your arms out, inhale. Stay there with the round back, reach the arms forward, parallel to the floor. Now stay rounded, but come over your legs. So your belly button is in, you're staying rounded. It's a little rollover, prep, round, or half roll back prep. Inhale, float the arms out, so you're rounded back. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Inhale, keep the arms parallel, round over your legs, chin gently tucked, arms parallel to the floor, shoulders down. Stay round, inhale, back. Exhale, float. Inhale, reach. Exhale, over. Inhale, stack back up, and let's straighten out the legs right here. So you're going to start with the legs straight. You're sitting up straight and tall. We're going to take a nice inhale. Flex those toes to you like you're kind of pulling your heels right up off the mat. We're going to inhale, and I want you to lift that right leg up off the floor without changing anything else. Lower it down. Left leg up off the floor without changing anything else. So you're sitting up as tall as you can on top of your pelvis. Lift and lower the leg. Lift and lower the leg. Lift and lower. We're alternating sides, feeling that quadricep, feeling the hip flexor, lift, and not allowing yourself to lean back at all. So you're not scooped here. You want to make sure you're up nice and tall. You want to feel your core engaged at the same time as that leg. Lift and lowers. Lift and lower. 2. Last set. Good, and then let's bend the knees again. This time feet are about hip distance apart, knees and toes straight ahead. Arms are going to reach straight ahead. You're going to round back and twist just the thoracic spine to your right. Inhale, stack back up. And then exhale, round back, twist to your left. Inhale, stack back up. Exhale, round back, twist to your right. Inhale up. You want to feel yourself rocking behind your pelvis, twisting just the thoracic spine, then rocking straight up on top. Rock behind your pelvis, twist the other way, stack straight up. Inhale. Rock behind your pelvis, twist left, stack straight up. Rock behind your pelvis, twist right, stack straight up. One more time. Rock behind the pelvis, twist left, stack straight up. Good. Release it here. I'm just going to turn you on to hands and knees. So we're not going to do plank, but we're going to do swim prep so that we can get into that upper body a little bit more. So we're going to keep the knees about hip distance apart, shoulders down away from the ears, abs nice and tight and strong. You're pressing into that floor, and you want to imagine that you're trying to tear that yoga mat in half toward your pinkies, right? So everything really engaged in your lats. Reach opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'll go right leg, left arm, exhale. Don't let this shoulder creep up to your ear. Keep the shoulder in the body. Inhale down. Exhale, reach left leg, right arm. Inhale to come down. Exhale, right leg, left arm. Inhale down. As you reach, you want to try to hold yourself nice and still. Don't let yourself rock side to side. You're keeping connected. Exhale. Inhale to come down. Exhale. Inhale to come down. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale down. We're going to reach the right leg, the left arm, and stay there. Now, you're going to bend your right knee, bring it in, try to touch the knee to the elbow, but don't let your spine round. So you keep the neutral and then reach away. Exhale, pull in and reach away. Don't let your hips shift. Pull in and reach away. Inhale. Exhale and reach away. Exhale and reach. And reach. 2 more. And reach. And reach, bring it down. Switch sides, left leg, right arm. You're going to inhale, exhale, draw in, and reach. Try not to let that back move. You're staying nice and still in your pelvis and your shoulder. Pull in and reach. Pull in and reach. 2 more. Last one. Good, and release it back. Just let your hips drop back toward your heels, round your spine, pull your belly button in. Torso nice and rounded here for shelf stretch. And you can walk your hands over to one side, stretching up the side of your body. And then the other side, stretch up the other side. Good, bring it back up. Let's do a nice little thoracic chest opener. So hands back underneath those shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a nice inhale. Let's take the left hand right behind your head. Make sure that right arm is pressing into the floor, shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, rotate the elbow toward the ceiling, opening from that thoracic spine, pressing away. Exhale, rotate down, elbow toward your hand. Inhale, push back up again. Nice twist. Exhale, shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, press. Exhale. Let's make this a little bigger now. Inhale, reach that left arm up to the ceiling, pushing it up as far as you can, twisting. Then you're going to take and thread the needle, bend the right elbow, drop the left shoulder toward the floor. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bend and draw it in. Inhale, push away. Exhale, bend and draw down, shoulders away from the ears on both sides. One more, push away. Inhale. And exhale. Good, release that back down. We're going to do the same thing on the right now. So take that right hand right behind your ear, elbow wide. Press the left hand into the floor. Inhale up. Exhale toward the hand. Inhale, press. Exhale toward the hand, rotating. Inhale, press. Exhale toward that hand. Good, now add that longer lever. Inhale, reach that right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the left elbow, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, press up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, press. Exhale, drop. Inhale, press. Exhale, drop. Last one, inhale, press. Exhale, drop. Good, once again, quick little shelf stretch there. Drop your hips back to your heels, round that spine. Good, come back up. All right, let's walk those knees back just a little bit, bringing them closer together. Abs nice and tight and strong. We're going to shift the hips forward, so you're coming into a plank on your knees. So your hips are shifted forward a little bit. Your hands are still right underneath the shoulders. The abs are nice and tight and strong. I'm actually going to walk forward so my hands and my feet are both on my mat. Inhale from here. I'm going to have you tuck the toes so that you can stretch one leg up without anything else changing. Good, then you're going to put that knee down. Other leg up. So if you look, you'll see my hips aren't shifting at all. I'm just straightening one leg, engaging that leg, squeezing so I'm light on this other knee. Then I'm going to bring the knee down and switch. Core very engaged, arms very engaged, shoulders very engaged. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale down. Good. Now let's see if we can inhale. Exhale, lift both knees. Inhale, lower them down. Holding that nice plank position, push away from the floor. Shoulders don't move at all, hips don't move at all. Straighten. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale. Inhale, lower down. Core stays right in place, neck is long. Inhale, 4. Lower down. Here's 5. Inhale down. 1 more. Inhale down, and again, flip the feet. Shell stretch back, round your spine, belly button in, relax your wrists, relax your shoulders. Good, come back to that same position, and you're going to, this time, press the hips down a little bit further. Articulate that spine open from the rib cage, just giving yourself a little extension in the thoracic spine. Don't let your hips dip lower than your shoulders. You're kind of keeping them connected there. You're just opening the shoulders and the chest. Good, then head down, round your spine, pull it in like you're doing elephant on the reformer. Round the spine, belly button is in, you're just up on the knees. Inhale, press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, belly button in, articulate up. Then let the rib cage open into extension, just the rib cage open, and keep that pelvic floor lifted, belly button in, protect the low back. Head drops around your spine, belly button in, round it, articulate back. One more time, press the hips forward, articulate up your spine, lengthen that spine, open that rib cage, shoulders down, nice stretch, and then head down, round the spine, pull the belly button in. Beautiful, release it all the way down onto the floor here. So you're on your tummy on the floor. Abs are tight. Legs are just a smidge apart. So they're not all the way to the edges, but they're not touching each other. Okay, so parallel. I want you to lift from your pelvic floor. Think of pulling your belly button up off the floor like you're holding a diamond in your belly button. We're going to inhale. Just lift the chest enough up off the floor so you could just lift the arms to hover the floor. So they're only going to come this high. Your neck is staying long. Your belly button is lifted. It's almost like you're pushing your pubic bone down into your mat. So you really feel the back of your body, and your low back is very protected. And then you're going to exhale, release everything down to the mat. You can let your forehead rest there for a second if you want to and just really release everything. Again, inhale, engage everything in the back of that body. Belly button in, pelvic floor lifted, belly button lifted slightly. Lift the chest just enough up off the floor so you feel your arms able to hover right there and release back down. Again, legs engage, inhale, lift into extension. Exhale, release back down. Now we're going to add on just a little. Inhale, lift into extension. Instead of reaching the arms overhead today, we're going to reach them straight out to your side. So arms are just going to hover off the mat, arms straight out to your side, and then you're going to exhale down. They can lower to the floor right there. Inhale, you're going to come up just to the hover. Exhale down. Inhale, just slide down, shoulders wide. Exhale down. This time, stay up. Inhale. Take those arms, which are hovering the floor. You're going to reach them back, pinkies toward your glutes, and then reach them straight out back to the side, hover. So you're going to do like a little half jumping jack, right? So fingers reach toward your toes, and then back out to your sides. Inhale, fingers toward your toes. Exhale, arms just hovering. Inhale, back toward the toes. Hold your chest up. Inhale, back. Exhale, out wide. Inhale, back. Exhale, out wide. Hold, inhale, back. Exhale, out wide and hold it there. Now, little pulse, fingertips up toward the ceiling, knuckles up to the ceiling. We go up like you're flying away. Up, up. Open the chest. Hands are a little lower than your shoulders, but they're going to lift the whole arm. Lift up 4, lift up 3, lift up 2, lift up 1, and then release everything back down. Bend those elbows and relax. All right, from here. Moving the elbows in. So we're going to press up, let your chest open out. Bring your elbows in just underneath your shoulders. Arms straight ahead, and you can either have your hands in a fist or you can press your fingers straight down and splay them apart. Totally up to you. Now here, if I just sit here and chat, my low back starts to settle into this and doesn't feel great. So what I want you to do is pull your belly button up off the floor. So it almost feels like your front of your pelvis lifts off the floor. Your core engages, your shoulders are down away from your ears, and you're holding your body nice and long. Now, we're going to engage in the legs, and I just want you to bend your right knee, pulling that heel up. Feel that stretch in your quadriceps. Release it a little bit, flex the foot. Feel your hamstring pull in. Release a little bit, point the foot, and feel that quad stretch, and then put it back on the floor. So your core is holding, abs are tight. You're going to do the same thing on the left leg. You're going to pull the left leg up. You're going to release it. You're going to flex the foot and pull the heel to your glute. You're going to release it. You're going to point the foot and pull in, and then you're going to release it all the way down to the floor. So we'll go a little bit faster with that. It's 3 quick exhales and then an inhale to put it down. Shoulders are down, neck is long, press into the floor, belly button up. You're going to squeeze the right leg in for 3, 2, 1, and then release it out. Yes, exhale, left leg. Inhale it out. Exhale, right leg. 3, 2, 1. Inhale out. Left leg. 3, 2, 1. Really engaging in the back of the leg. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, switch. Core is lifted. Pelvic floor is lifted. Ribs are open, but your back is nice and long and protected. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more. 1 right. Last one left. And from here, we're going to shift back, shell stretch again. So reverse that curve. Hands come down, press away from the floor, and round your spine again. Belly button in, walk it back. So once again, reversing that curve. Excellent. Come right onto your side here, facing me. So we're going to go right down on your side. And we're going to start with the knees bent slightly in front of you. You're going to come where do I want you? All the way down on this side, actually. You're going to lie your elbow down or head down. So your arm, bottom arm is going to be wrapped around your rib cage here. Good. Your top hand is going to be right in front of your shoulder here. Your knees are going to be bent so that you're right on your hip. Your waist is lifted. Your abs are tight. We're going to inhale from here. You're going to press away from the floor, lifting your side just up off the floor. Is that okay on your shoulder? Inhale back down. Good. So I want you to imagine you're in bed. You're going to exhale, press to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale, press to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lower. And your core is staying tight here. So I don't want to see like a big flexion at your waist. You want to feel like you're hinging from your hip and picking up the waist with you. Exhale, push. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lower all the way down. You can take that bottom arm, rest your head in it. Good. Bend your knees and bring them in front of your hips. All right, so now our waist is lifted a little bit away from the floor here. Rib cage is knitting in and down. Make sure you're not arching the back so the rib cage is popping forward. You want to feel like it's knitting together, almost lifting off the floor, right? Hips are stacked, knees are stacked. We're going to take that top leg and start with just a nice little exhale to open. Keep the toes kind of together. Inhale to lower. Exhale, you're going to open. Inhale, lower. Abs nice and tight. Open that leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. Open. You're rotating without rolling backwards. Good. Now hold it up there. Now you're going to take that bottom leg. It's also going to rotate, pushing into the floor, pushing the feet up and then lower down. So both legs at the same time now rotate and down into the floor. Exhale, push 3 and down into the floor. Push 4 and down into the floor. Your waist is still lifted on the bottom. 5 and down. 6 and down. 7 and down. Hold up here for 8. Little release and pulse at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it, relax it down. Good. Extend that bottom leg out straight. Top leg on top of it too. Push those feet away from you. So now you're in one line from your shoulder all the way through your hip to your feet. Abs nice and tight. Bottom leg is going to press into the floor. That top leg is just going to lift up so that it's parallel to the floor. Now we're going to take this top leg, rotate it so the toe is to the ceiling, and you're going to bring it forward and try to tap it down with the toe to the ceiling. You're going to pick it up, you're going to rotate it, bring it backward and try to tap the toe to the floor behind you. Pick it up, rotate it, tap the heel in front of you. Pick it up, rotate it, tap the toe behind you. Pick it up, rotate it, bring the heel forward. Pick it up, rotate it, toe back. Up, rotate, heel forward. Up, rotate, toe back. Up, rotate it forward. Up, rotate it down. Up, rotate forward. Up, rotate down. Up, rotate heel. Up, rotate toe. Core tight. Up, rotate heel. Up, rotate toe. 2 more. Up, rotate heel. Up, rotate toe. Last one. Up, rotate heel. Up, rotate to your toe. Good. Relax that leg slightly behind you. Just release it, relax it. Feel that nice little stretch in your back for a second. Good. And then switch the legs. I want you to bring the bottom leg slightly back, the top leg slightly forward. So if you lined up your feet, they'd be like heel to toe on that side. Right? Abs nice and tight and strong. I just completely forgot what I was going to do here. Forget it. Inhale. Forget it. That's all right. Oh, okay. Inhale. Take this leg. It's going to, this top front leg. Actually, they're going to stay here. You're going to come back to that first movement. So we're going to take your hand down in front of you. Good. We're going to take this arm underneath you. So if you need to help your elbow, go ahead and help. So your legs are straight out now instead of knees bent, but you're still on this hip. You're going to inhale to press up with this arm. Place the elbow down. Good. So the elbow now is right underneath your shoulder here. Hand is up here. Abs are tight. So both feet are pressing into the floor here. Now, bend the bottom knee because I know it's a lot on your shoulder. So the back knee you're going to bend. You're going to press your bottom knee and your elbow to the floor. Lift that hip. That's it. And then lower. Nice, easy lift and lower. So if you were able, you could keep both legs straight. You can do the same thing. Lift and lower. Lift 4 and lower. Lift 5 and lower. Lift 6 and lower. Lift 7 and lower. One more for 8. Hold it there. So that hip is lifted. Take that top arm, press it overhead. Good. Bring it back down beside you. Reach overhead 2 and back beside you. Hip is lifted if you can. 3. Reach 4. Reach 5. Reach 6. Reach 7. Reach 8. Set it down. Bend both knees. Sit all the way up. And stretch. You're stretching that side you just worked right overhead. Perfect. Good. Release it. We'll go to the other side. So switch your feet the other way. You're going to bend your knees, come all the way down onto your side, hugging your other side here. Okay? Is this your bad shoulder and you don't want to do it on this side? Is that what you're about to tell me? I can ask. What's that?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I couldn't do that last one. It really killed my neck. I couldn't lift up and do that arm thing.
Okay,
it
was
really bad.
That's okay. So
I was, I did it, but I my hip.
Okay, that's also okay. The other thing to do, instead of bringing the arm overhead, see if you can just bring the arm forward. See if that helps it. Okay. But if it's the bottom shoulder and you just want to come onto the hip.
Hold myself. I think it's more just trying to hold all my weight up on that shoulder and arm. It's just too much on my neck. So.
Right, even on the knee. Okay. Yeah, definitely back out of it. If it's painful, back out of it. I'll just stop. I'll speak.
Okay.
So on this side now. Arm is hugged into your side. I'm totally hearing things. Sorry. Arm is hugged into your side here. You're going to place your hand on the mat. Your knees are bent. The bottom arm is into your side. You're like right on your arm here almost, right? This top hand is right in front of your shoulder. Your abs are tight. You're going to be pressing away from the floor here with that arm lifting your waist up off the floor and then lower. Lift for 2 and lower. Lift for 3 and lower. Lift for 4 and lower. Lift for 5 and lower. Push for 6 and lower. Push for 7. One more. Push for 8 and lower it down. Good. Take that bottom arm. It can rest under your head. Knees are forward. Feet are together. Especially your toes. You're going to lift just the top leg. For 8, your waist is lifted. Rib cage in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the joyful parts. 1 and the bottom at the same time, and then lower down. Exhale for 2 and lower down. Don't roll backwards. 3 and lower down. 4 and lower down. 5 and lower down. 6 and down. 7 and down. And 8, and hold it and pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze that glute, 3, belly button in 2, and 1, and release it, relax it. Take that, both legs straight out. Staying right there, inhale, we're going to pick up that top leg. You're going to rotate it so the toe is to the ceiling, bring the heel forward, bring it up, rotate it so the toe is to the floor behind you, tap. Up, rotate it, heel forward. Up, rotate it, toe down. Keep that pelvic floor lifted. Up, forward for 3. Up, behind you, toe down. Up, forward for 4. Up, behind you, toe down. Up, forward for 5. Up, behind you. Up, forward. Good. Lift the leg, rotate down. One more. Rotate heel. Up, rotate toe. Good. Take that leg behind you for just a second. Quick little stretch. letting your low back relax for a second. Good, then you're going to switch those legs. And this is that final one. So we're going to take that nice inhale. You're going to exhale, come up, place the elbow down. Good, so now bend that bottom knee, okay? So bottom knee stays bent, top foot is flat. Both are pressing into the floor to help support. You're going to inhale from there, exhale to lift the hip and lower down for 8. Lift for 7 and lower down. Lift for 6 and lower down. Lift for 5 and lower down. Lift for 4 and lower down. Lift for 3 and lower down. 2 and down. On last one, you're going to hold it if you can. You're going to take that arm, try to just reach it forward, see if that's okay. If not, just hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Bend your knees. Come up. A little better on that side, it seems. Good. All right, coming into a little side bend here. So we're going to set your knees on the floor, pretty much the same position that they're in right now. You can keep both knees on the floor if you want to, or you can stretch this top leg out just like you just had it. We're going to be coming up on the arm now. You want this hand so that it's pretty much right under your shoulder, not too far ahead. Too far ahead is going to put a lot of pressure on it when you come up, so we're going to try to keep it here, pressing into it. You're going to squeeze your glute, press your hip up, come over this arm. Good. If it's too much, you draw that arm in a little bit closer, step back down. Good. So knee stays bent on the floor. If it's better for you with both knees bent, you can do that. Exhale, you're going to come over the arm like a rainbow. You're pushing away. Inhale, step back down. Shouldn't feel like too much on your shoulder. It should feel like more going on in your back and in the stretch. Good. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, down. Good. That bottom knee and that bottom glute are still pushing up and over. Nice stretch into that shoulder. Good. 2 more. Exhale, over. Inhale, down. 1 more. Exhale, over. Good. Inhale it down. And we'll just flip to the other side. Same thing. Could have done it when we were facing that way, but I didn't know. If it's too much for this shoulder, just let me know right away. We'll just back out of it. So either keep both knees or just the bottom knee bent, hands in with the shoulder. You're going to press up, over, and then down. Good. Inhale from there. Push with that bottom hip, lifting over, and then press back down. Exhale, and then reach it down. Good. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Good. And release it. Excellent. Take both feet in front of you for a second. See if you can open those knees apart. Layer the feet both on the floor so your hips are pressing out for a second. So it doesn't matter to me if your right foot's in front of your left or your left in front of your right. Instead of crossing the feet, I'd like to see both ankles on the floor. So your feet aren't actually crossed or your ankles aren't crossed. You've got one foot kind of tucked into your hip, and then the other foot is layered in front of it, not on top of it, if that makes sense. So it's not quite Indian style here. And you're pressing with your hands with the knees pushing open. Trying to get into this stretch in your low back. So your hips are pressing forward, your chest is pressing forward. Actually, your hips are pressing back. Your belly button, it's like you're arching your back. So I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit what I'm talking about. So instead of feeling like you're here, I want you to feel like you're in front of your pelvis, pressing toward the legs and opening the hips. Good, then release, and we're going to switch the feet. So you're going to pick up one foot and just bring it forward for a second. Tuck that other foot right in so you're almost sitting on top of it. That's it, and then you're going to bring the other foot in front of that leg. So both of the outside of your ankles are on the floor here. Knees are open, and then you're going to press the knees toward the floor and open your chest, open your spine, leaning into those legs. So this is my better side. I'm definitely able to get more range of motion here. just allowing those hips to open out a little bit before we do a little flexion in your spine and rolling like a ball. Actually, I think we're going to work into seal today since we're working on opening out these hips. That's where we'll go. All right, so release it and take it out. All right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one foot up, the one that's the easier one for me, and I'm putting it in front of me and just kind of cradling my arm in it. So I've got my elbow all the way like right under my knee here, and then I'm stretching this foot toward my thigh, opening out this side of my hip right here. Feeling that nice stretch, and then a little open, little stretch, little open, little stretch. Good, and I'll just release that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to loop my arm under my leg so that my hand's to the outside of my ankles. Other knees are staying on the floor, and then I'm just going to stretch this knee out and across a couple of times, opening out that hip, feeling this nice stretch in the outside of my hip, not forcing anything, trying to stay out of any kind of pain here. It's just a nice stretch, opening out the hip, getting a little movement into that pelvis and hip and leg. Okay, so then both hands, so you're going to put your feet in front of you, a little bit of a diamond shape here. I'm just going to slide forward so I have some space. Soles of my feet are together. Knees are open here, and they're going to stay nice and open. So you're opening through the back when you're up. You're going to take your hands together, dive through your legs, pick up the knees just a little bit so you can take your hands to the outside of your ankles. Yep, that's it. Now, you're going to rock yourself back so that you're balancing in this position. It's almost that same kind of thing where you're letting your elbows kind of rest into the crook of your legs, pressing those knees open into that shape, and the feet are together here. Now, when you do this little open and close, it's the arms and the legs, and you're kind of clapping the feet together, right? So now we're going to roll back. So tuck the pelvis, round the spine, pull the belly button and shoulders back. You come back to your shoulders, clap, clap, clap. You come back up, try to find your balance, clap, clap, clap. Roll back, inhale, clap, clap, clap. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Use that core to help you balance. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, rocking onto that torso. Exhale, sitting up nice and tall, just behind the tailbone. Exhale. Inhale, find the balance. Last one. Inhale, find the balance. Good, and then let's just release those legs forward one last time. Come all the way up, and exhale, round it forward over your legs. Nice stretch. If it's too much for your hips, pick up your knees, and that's okay. All right, pick up those knees. Feet on the mat. We're going to come in. So I'm going to have you bring your heels pretty close to your glutes here. You're going to roll all the way down onto your back. So you're down on your back. Your knees and toes are just a little bit apart. They're not quite touching. And your heels are very close so that you're able to lift up onto those toes when we're up with your hips. So you're going to take a nice inhale. I want to see a nice imprint of your pelvis first. So a little lengthen of your lumbar spine down to that mat. Then you're going to exhale. Think of pressing your thighs to the ceiling to come up. Holding up there in space. I want you to keep the hips up there, glutes squeezing, a little tuck of your pelvis, rib cage wrapping in and down. Lift up onto the toes and lower the heels for 8. Lift up and lower for 7. Lift up and lower for 6. Lift up, lower for 5. Lift up, lower for 4. Lift up, lower for 3. Lift up, lower for 2. Lift up, lower for 1. Keep the heels lifted. Inhale, lower the glutes just a little and squeeze up for 8. Halfway down and up for 7. Halfway down, up for 6. Squeeze your glutes up for 5. Halfway down, up for 4. Halfway down, up for 3. Halfway down, up for 2. Halfway down, up for 1. Hold it there. Put your heels down. Pick up your toes. Halfway down with the glutes and lift the hips. 8. Halfway down, lift for 7. Halfway down, lift for 6. Halfway down, lift for 5. Halfway down, lift for 4. Halfway down, lift for 3. Halfway down, lift for 2. Halfway down, lift for 1. Hold it there. Set your feet flat on the mat. Roll your spine down. Lengthen through one vertebrae at a time. And release it to your neutral. Relax your knees to your right. Turn your head left. Just a little quick stretch. And then reverse. Relax your knees one way. Turn your head the other. Good. Bring it back in. Okay, same position. Feet flat on the mat. Take a nice inhale. Little imprint of your pelvis. Squeeze your glutes. Lift straight up. All the air squeezes out of the lungs. Abs are nice and tight. Pick up your toes if you can. You're going to stay there. We're just going to walk your heels forward toward the edge of your mat. Keep your hips up. Then you're going to walk them back under your knees. Walk forward, and back. Try not to move your pelvis as the heels go out. Heels come in. Heels go out. Heels come in. Heels go out. In, out, and in. 2 more. Exhale out. Keep the hips up. Glutes squeezing in. Last set. Out and in. Feet flat on your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it down. And once again, just give a little release of your knees to one side, head to the other. Little twist. And come up the other way. Good. Finishing on the floor here with a little bit of core work. So abs nice and tight and strong. We're going to find your neutral or a light imprint of your pelvis. It's totally up to you. We're going to nod the chin and come into flexion. Your lower half of the body, your torso stays really still once you're in flexion. If it gets to be too much for the neck, you can put the head down. Let's bring one leg to tabletop, stay connected, and then the other. Keep that pelvis nice and still, the abs nice and tight. We're going to stretch one leg out, squeeze that leg away from your other knee into your chest. Inhale to switch, squeeze that leg and switch. Exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, stretch, exhale. Inhale, switch, stretch. 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 Core compressing tight and strong. No movement in the torso. One more right. Last one left. Hands come behind the head. Rest lightly, easily. Inhale. Twist to your left. Bring the left knee in, right leg out. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. So the upper body is just giving a nice little twist. Flex to one side and the other. Exhale. Compress the abdominals as the legs reach. And reach. And reach. Squeeze the legs. Last one. Back into center. Extend the toes up to the ceiling. Torso in that same position. We're going to lower the right leg. Give that left leg a little stretch away, and switch. And switch. Keep compressing rib cage to pelvis. Stretch the back of that leg. No movement in the torso. Shoulders relaxed, neck is not stressing. Last one. Hold it right here. Now, we're going to add a twist. So you're going to lower one leg down, stretch towards the straight leg, and then come up and switch. Other leg down and stretch with the twist. And switch. And switch. Now your head could be down. You could still be doing this with a little reach. One arm reaches out, you twist. One arm reaches out, you twist. Shoulder away from that ear, reach. Last two. Last one. Legs together. Release it back. Give yourself a nice little hug or stretch. Up to you. Good. Rock yourself up. Grab a quick sip of water here and your weights and your little transition. Position. Heels in, toes out. Let me just grab my weights. Easy breezy. Bicep curl. All right. Yeah, sorry, I went away. So you didn't freeze. Don't need me. I'm still here. connect, plie. We're gonna plie, bicep, plie, bicep. Down, heels are staying down, toes are out. Squeeze the inner thigh. 3, 2, hold down in your plie, bicep curl only. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms at 90 degrees, halfway up and down, halfway up and down, halfway and down, halfway and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little less. 8, 7, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8 more. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way up. 60 seconds. Heels in, toes out, abs tight. This time, hands slightly in front of you. If this bothers your shoulder, you're going to bend the elbows. Otherwise, we're going to plie, open out wide, palms are down. Hold down. Now, rotate the palms. Up and down. Up and down. Palms up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up. Keep the palms up. Bicep curl, open. Curl, open. Curl, open. Engage your back. 3, 2, hold down, bicep curl only. Turn your palms to me. You're going to come halfway up with your legs, curl and open. Curl and open. Halfway, push. Halfway, push. Halfway, push. Halfway, push. 2, 1. Now the pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 8 more. Sit in your glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Relax. Shake out the shoulders. Rotate the knees and come forward. Your legs are still out wide. Knees and toes are going to come forward. We're going to bend the knees. The weights are going to come like right next to your knees. We're going to come up. Down. So it's a little more of a squat. Knees and toes are straight ahead up. Down and up. Down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In those heels now, the weights come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8. Arms only. We're going to go single, single. Sitting in your squat. Single, single. Single, single. Sit in that squat. You feel those glutes, you feel your core. Reach the arms and down. Arms. 2, 1. Release. Stand it up. Take it out just a little bit. Walk the feet in. Knees and toes a little more straight ahead. Shoulders. Hands are going to be like right in front of your shoulders. So elbows bent at 90. You're going to squat. 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 Add the arms. The arms are going to go up. 2, 3, 4, 4. Hold it. One arm. Push. Other arm.
The things you wear. I want your number tattooed on my arm in ink, I swear. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear.
One more.
I got love for you. I got love for you. Nice to meet you. I got love for you. I got love for you. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Appetite, one more.
Treat you today. I got love for you. One minute you're there, the next one you're gone. Been waiting for you all night to come on.
I want to take you into a slight lunge position, but it's not going to be a lot of work on that knee. It should be okay. I'm just turning sideways. You don't have to, so I have my mat. I'm going to step one foot forward. The other foot I'm going to keep like a kickstand behind me. I'm going to soften that front knee, so I'm in my glute of my front leg, just so I get this nice line in my torso back to my back leg. I'm going to take the arms back, back, back. So my palms are facing in. Feeling. Abs are tight. Your torso is not moving at all. Just the shoulders to the fingers. 4, 3. Hold back there. Then the elbows to the shoulders and press. Bend and press. Triceps, squeeze. Bend and press. Bend, squeeze. 1, keep the arms straight, lower them back down to your side. Back off, we're going to just turn straight around. Stop in the front knee. Arms straight, you're going to press back. Abs are tight. Getting that glute in the front leg, so you shouldn't feel that pain in your knee. Press straight up, pinkies to the ceiling. Straight up, release. Back, release. Back. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold the arms back on 1, bend the elbows and press. Bend and squeeze. 7 and squeeze. 6 and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack it up. All right. Abs nice and tight and strong. A little bit of a twist here. So I'm going to have you sit into your second position plie. So your heels are in, your toes are out. We're going to both weights or one of these weights if you find it's too much, okay? Sit into your plie. So knees are out nice and wide. Your glutes are squeezing. Your knees are bent. Abs are connected and the weights are just in front of your chest. We're going to take and you're going to rotate over your left shoulder, I guess, and then back to center. Right shoulder, center. Left, right. Keep your pelvis in place. Good, let's add the plie. We'll come up in the center. Twist right, up center. Left. Your pelvis doesn't move. Good, nice twist. Up, twist, up, twist, up. I'm going to add those arms a little apart. You're going to pull, press forward. Pull, press forward. One arm pulls, one arm pulls. Both press. Pull, press, pull. Your pelvis isn't twisting. Pull. Just the upper body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down. Last set. We're going to twist. Right, left, or left, right. Just do it. Twist, twist, twist. Don't swing the lower body. It's staying perfectly still. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, stand it up. Turn the toes, put the weights down. You're facing the mirror or the camera. Hands can be on the floor here for a second. Outside edge, you're pressing. Your legs are out wide. Now, I want you to bring your hands to your thighs. You can soften your knees to protect that back. Flat back here. Good. Inhale, press all the way up. Now, let's rotate the right foot out. Hips are still to me. body toward that right foot. Hinge at your hips. Forward. Flat back here. So you're doing the stretch in the back of that right leg. And in your back maybe. Arms can reach if you can. If they're better by your side or by your hip, go ahead. Now round down to that right foot. Back knee. Feel that stretch deepen. Good, bring it back in. Straight back up. Rotate. Bring that toe. Other toe turns out. Hips still to the front. You're going to rotate your upper body toward that foot. Hinge down. Pelvis out. You can release the arms if that's better. Keep a nice flat back here. Feel that stretch. Good, bring it up. Let's take your body and rotate it all the way in that direction here. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're going to stretch down into a thigh stretch here. So this leg is straight behind you, and I'm just going to lower down so that I can touch my hands to the floor, because that feels better to me in the front of that leg. If that's not better for you, if you'd rather stay up here and stretch it here, that's fine. The back is as flat as you can get it. Your abs are nice and tight. Floor if you can. Press away and open that chest. So you're sinking this hip a little bit further towards the floor here, focusing on the front of this leg stretching. Good, back off it a little bit if you need to. Take this arm up if you can. Same arm as leg is on the floor. Knee is on the floor, same arm. Press into the stretch first. And then give your body a flex away from that leg or toward your bent knee that's in front of you. Good, release it. You can bring your hands to the floor. Lift that knee off the floor. One left. Stretch there. And let's bring it up. Let's walk all the way through center. Get that nice stretch and straddle, and then rotate all the way to the other direction. Stretching that other leg back out. Hands on the floor, nice flat back here if you can. Stretch that leg behind you. Good, carefully set the knee down if you want to. Good, if you can walk yourself up, go ahead and walk up and open that chest. Back hip is still pressing to the floor, belly button is in. Protect that low back by tucking your pelvis. Good, back off it a little if you need to. Same leg that's on the floor, same arm comes up. Press forward that front knee first, and then flex your upper body forward, then knee side. Good, and then release it. Hand to the floor, help that knee off the floor. Good, once again, let's walk to the center, turn the toes forward. Little straddle stretch here. You can shift the hips a little bit side to side if you want to, feeling that in your low back and your inner thighs. Walk the feet in a little bit if you want to. Bring your hands to your knees. And let's finish standing round back. Exhale. Flat back, inhale. Round back, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Round back, exhale it all the way up. Shoulders back, take one nice inhale. Step in, exhale.